Vibras? Cause we know the Vibras.
Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. And if you're new here, welcome to the platform. I'm the one and only Wanda Don, and as always, I'm accompanied with my boy, Michael Carrasco. As you guys may see in the title, today we're going to be talking about why we should not play with our potential, why you should not play with your potential, and ways that you could, reach your potential. It's just something that we feel like it'll be an interesting conversation, something that can motivate you guys, starting your week or whenever you guys are listening to this episode. And before we do get started, I want to congratulate us again on reaching another milestone.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to 600 subscribers. A little
Yes,
bit
sir.
quick clap. Come on, man. Show me some energy, bro. What's going on, bro?
I will pop the bottle till it's empty.
But yeah, thank you guys, man. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to all of you guys that's been here since day one. You guys are, seeing us grow, and you guys are a part of our growth as well.
Yep.
We really do appreciate you guys. We say this, we sound like a broken record, but if only you guys could feel, what we feel when we do reach those milestones, and when these videos, get caught in the algorithm. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much, and like I said, if you're new here, thank you guys for the support, and just lock in and be a part of the long ride.
Yeah. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button
Facts.
and that notification bell. I know we say it over and over again, but it actually helps the channel, help us grow, and it help us, bring more content to you guys.
Most definitely. But let's start it off with the quote of the day before we get into our conversation.
Yeah, so today's quote is by Frank Watson. He is a former member of the Illinois Senate. The quote says, "You have the potential to be anything you want." All right, what he's saying, more simple words, is you have the abilities to do anything you want. You just have to, actually do it.
Yeah, true. That's true. And something that is said in there is potential. I'd like to, point out that we all have potential.
Yeah.
You just have to find it, and when you do find it, like we always say, just believe in it and, have faith in that potential, and just, find ways that you could reach that potential, which we're going to try to go on here in today's episode. But yeah, good quote, man. But let's get into the conversation. The reason I said why you should stop playing with your potential, I feel like many people struggle with, like we said, finding their career paths, or, finding something they love to do.
Right.
And I just feel like it's all a part of the potential thing, because you have potential in certain areas that you may not have potential in. Like, for instance, some people, like in college is a big example.
Right.
You see a lot of major changes, right? People changing their majors and, changing their career paths. The reason why, and many may not see it, but it's a hidden message. And it's basically like, and it's going to sound a little bit, like hardcore, but you don't have potential in that area that you chose, that one first major in. So,
Right.
like, you have to find a major that you actually have potential in, and something that you actually love and care to do. When you don't have that love, it's because the potential isn't there, as hard as it may sound.
Right.
But when you actually love to do something, is that there is potential, because you have that, like, faith, and you have the desire to actually want to do something. So that's where the whole potential thing comes from. And it's with that, like, I feel like a lot of people, and I'm a part of that group. Like, I did a lot of majors, and you would feel like after you get into it in a couple, classes, you're like, dang, I don't know if I really want to do this.
Right.
You don't have potential in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. But when you finally find something you want to do, you're like, okay, there's potential. You see the potential.
Right.
And you already map out, like, ways to get there. So that's where the whole potential thing becomes relevant, in my opinion.
Right. One thing I want to add to that, even like, let's say if you went to a major that you didn't really see the potential in, it's not that you don't see the potential, it's that you don't believe that it's something that you can do.
Yeah, but when you don't believe it, is that you don't have faith, and the faith is attached to potential.
Right.
When you see
right.
potential, you have faith.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And this be more broad. It's not just college.
Right.
Any career.
Any career, anything that you do, anything that you do in your on
How
a
about
daily
this?
basis.
Let me reword it. Let me reword it. Not that there isn't potential, because I would say we all have potential, and we just have to find it. But the thing is, maybe that career or the job you feel like doesn't have potential for you. Like, you probably don't see the potential in it long term.
Right.
For instance, a lot of
Right.
9-to-5 jobs, you like,
Mm-hmm.
you just working paycheck to paycheck, and you're like, you don't like, that's just your max. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see anything. You don't see anything further than that. I feel like that's when you're like, oh yeah, this doesn't have no potential, and it's like stopping me from reaching my potential. There's a difference. You know, you reaching their potential and not reaching your potential. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You helping them reach, you know, their like timeline goals. Like, oh, we have this amount of sales this month and this amount of, you know, shipments or whatever.
Right.
So you're helping them reach their potential, but you're not helping yourself with yours. But earlier I was just saying, with the thing is that I feel like with the, like, you know, certain careers and majors, like if you don't feel like that desire, then that's why I said that. Then you don't have potential in that. Like, not that you don't have the potential, but you don't see the potential.
It's more you don't see the potential.
You don't see the potential. But when you don't see it, it's because you feel like you don't have it.
You don't have it.
Like,
Right. I feel like this is like a mental
hard
thing.
conversation,
Yeah.
but it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's like, for me, when I started college, I started as a accounting major.
Mm-hmm.
I was good at math, so I was like, you know, this is something that I could do. Plus, it's good money.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I got into it, it's not that it wasn't hard for me, you know, comprehending the, you know, the equations and all that. It was more like, do I see myself doing this long term type of thing? And I feel that also plays a big role when it comes to reaching your full potential.
Right.
Because if you're doing something that you don't really see yourself doing long term, you're pretty much going to half-ass it the whole time. Yeah. You're not going to go, you know, 100% into it.
Right. Nah, facts. And it's just like, then in that case, it'd be you're wasting your potential.
Right.
Because you're playing with your potential, like you said. So, I feel like the most important thing, starting off with like how to reach your potential, the first thing I think is identifying your potential. First, identifying it. And I feel like that's very key. Like, finding out what you love to do. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna be the thing that's pushing you, and that's gonna give you that desire to actually reach it. But when you don't have that fire like behind you, just going day by day, you're never gonna really reach that potential. And I feel like we repeat this a lot, but it's just a simple truth, man. It's just the people that surround you are very key to reaching your potential, because once they know your potential, honestly, the people around you see your potential more than you see it yourself.
I agree.
Or they know your potential more than you know your own potential.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
So maybe when people are trying to push you to reach these things, or maybe they're telling you change this and do this, it's for your better. You know what I mean? Listen to people, man. Stop being hard-headed. And I blame myself. Like, I'm hard-headed in a lot of aspects where I believe in what I do, and I feel like what I'm doing is right, and I have like a faith in what I do. But then again, maybe somebody telling me to do something different, they see something that I don't see. You know what I mean? A big example was when I was playing football.
Right.
I was a tight end, like I said in the past. But when I got to college, they wanted to move me to offensive line. I didn't see the potential.
Right.
But the coaches did.
Right.
You feel me? And you know, it's crazy. Like, in high school, my coach literally told me, he said, if it wasn't for you being that way, I would have been switched you to offensive line, so you would have been prepared. And a lot of coaches were telling me you had more of a chance going to the NFL as an offensive lineman than a tight end, because now the offensive linemen, sorry, I'm getting into my sports things, but offensive linemen are more like, I'm more versatile. I'm more athletic in offensive line than I'm more athletic as a tight end.
Right.
Because I didn't run a fast 40 for tight end, but I ran a fast 40 for offensive line. And I had the build, you feel me?
Right.
But like I said, I didn't see the potential in the position. I was just like, nah, y'all crazy. I'm a tight end. Get out of here. Like, you feel me? And I played with my own potential, and that's why I'm not continuing football. Maybe if I would have stayed and had the discipline to be offensive lineman, I probably would have been in the NFL. Who knows?
Right.
But that's another thing we need to touch on is discipline.
Yeah, discipline
and commitment.
I agree. Yeah,
touch on
those two really, really play a big role. Discipline is just more, being able, at least for me, when you discipline, you are sticking to something. You're committing 100% to it. Uh, it could be simple as, waking up early. Or let's say for me right now, I'm fasting. I'm doing intermittent fasting where I go 16-hour fasting, can't eat anything, drinking water and tea, essentially. But when you make that that commitment to it, you kind of like also got to learn how to be disciplined to continue that commitment. Like for me is I know that I can't eat, so how can I stay disciplined? And the easiest thing is just removing the things that will make me hungry.
Right.
That also helping me go to sleep slightly early, which me and you were talking. My sleeping schedule been all over the place.
Yeah, same.
But discipline is just one, staying, at least this is my own definition of it, is staying committed to what you're doing. Also, removing the distractions that will make you go against, the commitment that you made. Those are the two key things for me when it comes to discipline. And, there's different aspects of discipline. You can be disciplined certain things, but you can't be disciplined some other things. I don't know if that makes sense. And then commitment is going 100% all the way into it.
Right. Nah, and something with discipline, I feel like discipline, I mean, it can be taught, but the problem with it being taught, you have to have the commitment to apply the discipline.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, not everyone can apply the discipline, just because you actually have to have that commitment, like you said, to stick to the fast and not, sometimes you get, like you have those like, what's it like sensations?
Since like right now, honestly, like when I woke up early, I woke up a little hungry, but it's just knowing.
You telling me, if they put a big plato de mangú, un plato de arroz with habichuela in your face right now, you're not gonna touch it? Come on,
I'll
bro.
try not to.
I don't believe
I'll try
bro.
not to.
That shit is in your, it's going through your nostrils.
Yeah,
you're looking at it.
Exactly.
You're gonna at least take one bite. Not saying you're gonna eat the whole plate. You feel me? But
that's what
exactly.
I would be breaking my commitment and my discipline.
But the good thing, but the thing is, what I'm trying to get to is, when you test that, that's where you actually build the stronger discipline. You feel me?
I agree.
So that's something that's important. Like, I feel like it's a good like way of building that skill.
Yeah.
Of staying disciplined. Playing with your mind. You feel me?
It's
So
like when you're training a dog. Like you teach a discipline by teaching him, but you don't want him. Let's say if you have a chewing toy and you want him to sit, you're squeaking that toy to see what he does.
Right.
If he doesn't do it, no, you did it wrong. Sit down.
Right. Right.
You don't get a treat.
Right. No, it's like that's a good example. Another one is like with the money thing. Like, see, then this is important. This is very important. As a kid, I was always taught what's not mine is not mine. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I like to think I'm a good soul. My dad always tells me that they thankful that they raised their kids a certain way, that they never had to rob from anybody, steal from anybody. But I'd say a huge percentage of people, if you put $1 million in their face right there and you see the guy drop it off and walk away, you know what I'm saying, or he forgot his briefcase, some people are going to take it.
I agree, yeah.
But the thing is, even though you see that, you know what I'm saying, that material, and you see that money, you're like, damn, I should take this. It's better and way of being disciplined by giving it back, and then God will bless you in other ways.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing you're saying, like with the temptations, it tests you to break your habits or your discipline. You as a person and as an individual have to be bigger than that temptation and understand that if you break it, you're just gonna start. You're gonna go back to the first stage. You know what I'm saying? You're going backwards. So I feel like that's important to when in life, and it's just not with money or food and a lot of things. Maybe the gym or anything. When you fall for the temptations, sometimes they're not really beneficial for you, and they can affect you in the long run. And then you're gonna see it or you're gonna feel it later on when you're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that because now I'm in this position. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of people do that. Like when a lot of people, you know, unfortunately, like they commit crimes or things when they sitting in the jail. So they're like, damn, what if I didn't do that?
What if? Yeah.
So I feel like the what if comes into mind when the temptation, when you fell for this temptation, you're like, damn, what if? What if? Don't be a what if person. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a what if person. Intuition is another big key to reaching your potential. Listen to your intuition. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason you think about it. When they say listen to your gut, for some reason you thinking about not like, damn, I shouldn't do this. For some reason you are thinking about it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like some people just feel like they're above their own fucking consciousness. Like, stop going against yourself, man, and listen to what your body is telling you, or what your mind is telling you. Because at times you're just gonna do a disfault to yourself and a disservice to yourself.
No, I agree, and I didn't that like use what they say. This is another word that I can't say. Your subconscious.
Yeah, subconsciousness.
There you go.
Subconsciousness.
Subconsciousness.
You have to sound it out.
Yeah. Don't
be in a rush to say words, man.
It's always there. Like your subconscious. Yeah, it's one of those words that I struggle with, but it's always there. It's always there. Whether you think something is right, your mind is always saying like, that might not be the right thing to do, or if you're trying to, commit to something, your mind's like, maybe, what if you don't do that type of thing.
Nah, the main thing is like, I like that example you said earlier with the food, because that's a big one that a lot of people, and even me, I say we're guilty of. It's like if you're in the gym, and you see like a fucking cookies at home or a bag of chips at home, you're like, damn, you feel me? But then, like I said earlier, you just have to, stand up and be like, nah, I can't do it. Because then you just, like I said earlier, you just going backwards, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting back to the conversation, I feel like you have to, ways to reach your potential and stop playing with your potential. I feel like you have to start by taking small steps. You know what I'm saying? Starting to remove little things that you feel like, are preventing you to get to, where you got to go. Small speed bumps, are going to be a part of the process. Accept them. Accept the failures that may come. Because no path is going to be, clear smooth.
Yeah.
So, and don't lose the faith when you're going through that. Like, just what's the word? Like, accept it. You know what I mean? Like, embrace it. We said that a lot. Embrace it, because it's for your better. When you embrace a failure now, when it presents itself in the future, you're like, oh, I already know how to do this. Like, you feel me? I don't gotta go through it. You know what I'm saying? Do what I did wrong. I know how to attack it, and I'm gonna be straight. You feel me?
Exactly. So,
I feel like that's important. Embracing the things and embracing the journey, and knowing that when you take small steps instead of taking one big step, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be better. It's like, for instance, when you new to a job, like, for instance, when your first day on the job as a doctor, you're not gonna do the biggest surgery the first day.
Right.
You got to start by doing small things. You feel me? Small little surgeries, and then you're going to get to the big one. When you're a lawyer, you're not going to get the fucking life sentence case or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you're going to start with
the little local case, joints, the little speed tickets and shit like that. You feel me? Like, just understand it's a process, man. Everything in life is a process.
It is a process, yeah.
Our life is a process. Honestly, we're just here physically living it, but we got to understand that it's a whole process, and the way you attack things are going to dictate your future.
I agree 100%. I agree. Another thing that I want to add to that is, removing self-doubt. I feel like that's a big one. A lot of people doubt themselves when they try to do something new. And I'm guilty of this. When I started with my first business, Golden, I doubted myself a lot, and I feel that set me back. Once I started believing that I can actually do it, that I can actually achieve this thing, having a 7-figure, 8-figure a year business, that's when I really started seeing that I was being more, what's the word? Damn, I lost the word. But I was starting to be more, actually enjoying the process more, as well as being more successful with it. And then I'm now doing, crazy things. Like my biggest fear starting out was connecting with manufacturers, right? So now that I removed that self doubt, oh, they're never gonna reach back out to me. Now I'm like, okay, I already know this is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna hit these people, these people, these people. Whoever answers first, or whoever gives me the best quote, bam. And like you said, at a job, especially if you are in a sales environment, when you first start, you're gonna doubt yourself at first, but once you start removing that, you're gonna start seeing, one, your sales pitch is gonna be way better. You're gonna be able to position things the way you would never been able to do in the past, and that's why I feel like it's a big important thing that stops you from reaching your full potential.
Yeah, and the thing with the doubt, I feel like you can't really blame the people around you. You gotta blame more so yourself, because when doubt comes into your mind, is because you let it come into your mind.
Yes.
You feel me? Like when you start doubting things, you're the reason you're doubting things. Like that should never even be a thought. You feel me?
Right.
Like when and faith, I keep repeating faith, but when you have faith, those things don't come into your mind. You feel me? Everything I start doing, bro, I don't have doubt doesn't even come in my mind, because I'm already like looking somewhere. Like
you already have
feel
the
me?
bigger
I'm like,
picture.
God put me in a situation like for a reason, and I keep saying that. Like it's just because when you start seeing doubt is when you just lose the faith, and when things just go south and things don't go the way you want it. And when you said like so, and as much as you don't want to believe it, you having that slight doubt in Golden may be the reason why this is where it is now. Honestly,
Right.
the honest truth. So when you don't have doubt, you find ways for that not to happen.
Exactly.
So when you having a doubt, you didn't fight as hard as you should have to not have that domain get lost. You feel me? So I feel like in life, in any situation, when doubt presents itself, like even say for instance, if you doubt in like a friend, if you don't fight for that friendship, then the friendship is not, it wasn't worth shit. You feel me?
No,
when you're fighting for it, it's because you see the potential in that person as a friend, and you see what they could bring to the table being around you. But if you just let them go, then either you lost a good friend or you just did yourself a favor. But the thing is, like what I'm trying to get to is, doubt should never present itself for you when there's good situations at the table. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna attack it or live by it, whatever, a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be going at it with your full potential, your 110%. You're going to be going at it like, I'm going to go at it this way because maybe it's not going to do what I'm thinking it should do. You feel me? So that's the thing. Only advice I could give anybody is, and to myself, you know what I mean? But I've rarely doubted anything. The only thing I'd say I would doubt it was the football shit. You feel me? Like,
right.
Because I was just arrogant, you feel me? Like, I was a kid, you feel me? I mean, I'm still a kid, I'd say, a young adult. But at that time, I didn't see what people were trying to tell me, you feel me? I'm just like, nah, y'all crazy. But that's the problem. When you don't have that faith, and I think I didn't really have that much faith. And also, it was the people, I'd say, around me, because they were like, oh, yeah, they wildin'. Like, you need, like, stick, you know what I'm saying? Stay at tight end. But, like, don't listen to them or transfer.
Right.
It's automatic. People try to find the easy way out of things. Maybe when you try to attack things harder, you feel me, it may benefit you better, you feel me? Because going through that whole transfer process is a problem, because you lose credits, you lose all these things, you feel me? And you just, like I said, you backtracking.
Yeah.
It could work out for the better sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Most of the times it can. But also, you never know what could happen if you stay in that situation that there's potential in. Now, if there's not potential, you feel me, then that makes sense. Like, I'd say there wasn't really much potential because a lot of people were transferring, you feel me? Like, it was rare that freshman classes, like, by the time they was sophomore, were at the same number. Like, say, for instance, we with like 30 deep coming in, probably only like 5 or 10 stayed sophomore year. So it's like, for some reason, every year people are leaving. But you just have to see the potential before you make that move. You feel me? So.
No, I agree with that. Another thing that I was going to add with what you said is, like, when you stay in a situation where it could be a situation that has potential, something that we always add is always seeing it through, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see that situation through all the way through, you will never be able to tell, okay, this was something that had potential or something that didn't have potential.
I'd say I see what you're saying. If you seeing something in, like, for instance, like a house or whatever, like a bottle or something
Right.
that has a lid or a top, then there's no more potential.
Exactly.
It reaches, it like choke.
Yeah.
Like, it just can't. It can't.
It
But
reaches
if
the
there's
ceiling.
something that could break, reach the ceiling is the word I'm trying to find. But if it can break through it, there's potential. You feel me? Sky's the limit. You feel me? That's what
I agree.
Say, so
I agree. Yeah.
keep going though. Yeah, I just had to say
that. Because like you said, when you see things through, it gives you more. You learn more about the situation. Like, for your example, what if you actually saw it through and play offensive line and play that position, right?
Like, I played it, but I didn't play it how I played tight end. You feel me? Like, I didn't give all my effort because I'm like, I don't want to do this. You feel me?
Right. But in the situation, let's say if you actually, okay, coaches, if your mindset was a little different and you were like, okay, coaches want me to play this position, let me give it my all. What do you think the outcome of that would have been?
NFL, for real.
Right?
For real.
Yeah, I
say that 100%. I know I would. If I would have played D line or offensive line, I would be in the league, bro. Honestly, I say that the most humble way because, like, people that I played with, and I know I like played with them, like I was competing with them type shit, are in the league. You feel me? Like, so I know what it takes.
Exactly. Sound like I know.
I just didn't do it. But nah,
yeah. That's when, especially for the younger, for all you younger guys and girls watching us. Even if you don't see something with potential, let's say, like if you're in the same situation, you're playing, either baseball or any type of sport, and the coach asks you to play another position, still give it your all.
Bro,
because
not just sports, anything.
Anything in life.
If somebody's changing your position, but that's different though. You making money.
Yeah, no, that is
they can either play with your money or give you good
money.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's different.
But like more so on the sport, in the sport topic, you don't know. Like, I agree. Like, I started as a third base, shortstop, mainly third base, and the coach was like, "Go play shortstop."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm a third baseman. I'm gonna be the next Alex Rodriguez." What do you mean? What do you mean? But once I actually, started playing shortstop and giving them my all, that's when I saw, oh shit, like, I actually enjoyed this position more than I do third base, and I'm kind of like, learning how to dictate things, and helping the team. When you're playing any team sport, that's what it's all about, helping the team win.
Right.
So you may not see how you can help a team in a certain position, but the coach may see it. So always see it through. Always go 100% at it.
You know, the important thing about that is, like I said earlier, in life with the failure thing, when you learn from the failure, you're not helping. All right, so when you learn from failure, don't just keep what you learn to yourself. Like, share it with others. Like, for instance,
yeah.
That's the thing. Like, coaches are telling you things like that because they probably seen, you know what I'm saying, someone not do it and seen that they didn't reach their full potential.
Yes.
But they're telling you, if you do it, I know you can do it because I've seen it before.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's the thing in life. Like, when you see something, like if you learn from something and you see somebody going through that same situation, don't be that person. Not share the info with them. Share it with them. Like, just because it doesn't help you, like I'm saying, like immediately helps you
or
directly helps you, but it can help someone else. Help someone else.
I agree.
Why would you want to see somebody else fail, bro? Like, people, that's crazy.
It is.
Unless the person, but see, I was thinking, like, unless the person wants to see you fail, but then don't reach their level though. You feel me? Like, don't lower yourself to their level because they want to see you fail. You feel me? Still, be like, I wish you nothing but the best. You feel me?
Exactly. I mean, and that's like we always say. That's knowing who's around you and who you're surrounded by.
Right.
Because there are going to be people that do want to see you, reach your full potential, be up there. There's other people that don't want to see that because they don't want you to go past them, right? But at that point, like we always say,
this shouldn't be around.
Yeah, exactly. It's always knowing who you have around yourself and who you surround yourself. Well, that's the same thing. But yeah, it's motorist of the story is knowing who's around you and what their intentions are. 100%.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Damn. Facts.
And I feel that plays a big role when it comes to reaching your full potential.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you even like? I feel like it's hard early on to see that from people.
It is.
With time, you see it, but early on, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to see that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree with that part.
But I'd say something led you to being friends with them. You feel me? So
yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
But the last thing I wanted to mention about this conversation is in the process of reaching your full potential. I'd say one of the important, because there's a lot of important factors.
There's a lot of important parts.
But this is, I feel like, is very significant. Right up there with commitment and discipline, and it's being confident.
Yes. Yes.
So when you have confidence in it, and have confidence, in what people are telling you, it just gives you like a it's like a super saiyan, bro. Like like you could reach that next level. You feel me? Like when you're confident, and when you're confident, you're gonna try everything you can within to reach it.
I agree.
Because you just believe in everything that they telling you, feel me? And you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you believe in yourself, that's where,
nothing
can
stop
you.
Can stop you, yeah.
Like, it's just like, damn, like, I don't care about anything else but myself. Like, I mean, not in that aspect, but like in potential, you feel me? Like, when reaching your potential, like, I don't care about, other things surrounding me other than me reaching my potential, like outside distractions.
Right.
So I feel like when the confidence is important because you just, as an individual, like I said earlier, the faith, you just have more faith, but you're a believer, and you just see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like confidence comes into, play when you see beyond everything else. I feel like that's when confidence shows up, and you could tell when someone's confident when they do.
Oh yeah.
Because even though with a lot of backlash they may receive, they still hard on what they believe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, I know I could do this. Like, because and it happens a lot with like artists and a lot of content creators or anything. People are like, why are you doing that? You're not gonna go nowhere. I know I can do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Don't tell me I can't. I know I can. When you know you can, you could do it, bro. Honestly, nothing in this world is impossible, bro. You just have to have faith and confidence and discipline.
One thing that I would say, one thing that I always say about the word impossible is how you pronounce it. I pronounce it impossible.
Oh shit.
Impossible. Yeah.
That's
like
tough.
You have people. Everybody has the tools to do anything they want. It's all a mindset thing.
The thing with people, I know a lot of people may think when you say that is like, nah, but what if I don't have the finances, Like, how can I do what someone with the finances is doing? Like, how can I do it? You can't tell me I can do it if I don't have the money.
Start little steps. I want to get into real estate. I know I can't off the bat, go buy a $10 million building and rent it out. What I know I can do is grab $5,000-$10,000, buy myself a plot of land.
Yeah.
And have somebody lease that plot of land. And and slowly work my way up to that $10 million building.
You got to take small steps.
Yeah,
it's important. Like a lot of people wanna like fast forward the success.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
I always said, by little.
I always said like, and I said it in the previous episodes. Like when the success is instant, bro, like you got to be worried, bro, because you're not prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think new things are gonna come every day with the success. And if you don't know how to handle it, as quick as you have success is as quick as you're gonna fall as well.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah, facts. You win the lottery, you start splurging.
Yeah. Ooh, let me buy my mom the big old house.
No, but
yeah.
see, that's important. Though. I mean, buying your mom
That
a
is
crib
important,
is straight.
but
You feel me? But
let me
thinking
buy
that
the
you can
10,
just because
20
you can, that's
cars.
the problem. Thinking that you can just because you can financially can be your biggest nightmare. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta be smart with it. But I am hoping I win the lottery.
stop playing them scratch offs, bro.
Yes, sir.
We do not promote any gambling or lottery in this episode.
Invest your money on your own risk. Disclaimer.
Nah, but yeah, man. It's just the things that I had to say about the potential, man. I don't know if you have any last
Yeah.
any last words, on your
Yeah.
end.
One last thing that I want to add is, we will always be thrown, even when we think we're doing great, amazing. There's always going to be a big bump in the road. So with the last thing that I want to say is learning how to adjust your methods. Let's say you're doing something that is going great, amazing, and out of nowhere, bam, it fails.
It's adversity, like we talked about. Go
Yeah,
check out the
yeah.
adversity
When
episode.
you encounter that adversity, it's like learn, try to learn what went wrong and adjust it.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that I would say is super important to reaching your full potential. You know, bring back the clothing brand. Now I know what to do to prevent that from happening again.
Right. I think it's all about how you respond. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, how you respond when you're down.
Mm-hmm. It's not how hard you fall, but how you get it back up.
Most definitely.
Let's see what that's that.
Facts. For real.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, damn. At the end, the last thing I just want to say is just like we said in the intro, don't play with your potential. Just know that don't lose faith in anything. Just find that the thing that you love to do, and when you find it, put your head down and just go 110%.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And believe in yourself.
100%.
Believe in yourself. There's gonna be people along the way that don't believe in you, but when you believe in yourself, anything is possible. So
Yeah.
be your biggest fan. Be your biggest, motivator. Be your biggest everything.
Be your number one fan. That's the main thing.
Fan. You feel me? Like the thing is, like when I be before we edit and stuff, like the put the stuff out there, like I be like trying to watch from a third person. I'm like just trying to see like what are these guys actually talking about, and if as the third point of view, if I would be like facts, I know I did something good.
Exactly.
You feel me? So, and when people tell it, when other people physically tell you, you know what I'm saying, that's when it's like, okay, that's good. So
Yeah.
now we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just stop playing with your potential, guys. We want all of you guys to have success. There's too much opportunities in this world for us, to be stuck in a shell.
Mm-hmm.
So just have faith in yourself and find ways to get up there, guys. Like push us as well. We, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's things we could work on. I'd say
100%. Yeah.
And when you guys tell us, like, just ways that we add it and we adapt it, and when there's potential in other areas, like honestly, like the thing, and I want to touch on it real quick. There's certain episodes that people are like, damn, like that was a good ass episode. Maybe you like, damn, for real. Like you don't see it, but you like, damn, for real. Like I would have never thought that the Dominican episodes was gonna. I knew it was gonna relate. People were gonna relate to it, but I didn't think it was gonna give us like that push that it gave us. So
yeah.
And I appreciate it.
I agree. Yeah.
Like I know that our people are like very like supportive and everything, but I didn't know they were that supportive.
Right.
Like your guys are showing us love,
mad love.
consistently too.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, like it's just the growth over the last month has been like we up like 200 plus subscribers.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for subscribing.
And the people that are commenting, like they like, we love what you guys do. Like I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy, bro. Cause like when I talk to people like in person about the podcast, when they ask me like, "What's the podcast about?" and I tell them, they like, "Damn, keep doing that." Like, not sticking to one thing is what's gonna help you grow. And not like. The thing is, when people take sides, bro, in life, it limits you to a lot of things.
Yeah. So
I
agree.
Stay neutral and everything. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, like it gets me when you're more marketable to so many people, and when so many people can relate. Cause not just Dominicans watch those episodes, you feel me? Like a lot of people. Like there's somebody. Shout out to, I can't remember his name, but shout out to you. He said that he appreciates those videos because he learns. You know, he said he really he loves the Dominican Spanish and he wants to continue to learn it.
Right.
So he said, shout out, like appreciate you guys for doing that. Hopefully you guys do a part 2, and we gave him a part 2, and to everybody that was checking it out. So we appreciate you guys. That's all I can say, man. Thank you guys for all of the support. I appreciate it.
Yeah, same thing over here. You know, last thing that I'm gonna say, something my mom always told me. You have to always go forward, never go backwards, even if it is to get an extra push or some momentum.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, this is episode 27, right?
27, yes.
Episode 27. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 27 of the Vibras podcast. Season 2.
Episode 27.
Yeah. A couple more episodes left before the season ends. Stay tuned. Keep supporting us on all social media platforms as well.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I feel bad for the audio people because they couldn't see the words that we put on the screen.
I know. Yeah.
But hopefully you guys understood it, what we were trying to say. Even though it was mad fast. But thank you guys once again for all the support. Remember, if you hit that like button and comment on the video and share it, it does help us tremendously. As much as you don't think so, it does. So continue smashing the like button like every YouTuber in the world says. Smash the like button. Dale duro I like button. And I don't
hit
know
hit that notification bell. That way you guys stay tuned to the latest.
For sure. Comment your favorite part if you can relate. If you're in the process of reaching your potential, let us know. And as always, remember to subscribe
and let's vibe.
Peace.
Only pass.